Hi guys, Mr. Lee's doing the SQA National 5 Mathematics paper from 2016. We're doing paper 2 and I'm going to be doing question 5 to 8. So question 5, you're presented with a diagram and you're asked ultimately to get the size of this angle here. Okay, so I've done some writing on it, so hopefully you can see what I've done here. Now you're told that AB and CB are tangents. That means that you can just extend them to see what's happening a bit clearer. And that means that the angle between the radius and point A and point B is 90 degrees. Similarly, if I draw a radius from the centre O to this point C, then O to C to B is 90 degrees. Also, we'll be using that fact later on. So let's get on with getting this angle here. So that's 143, then take that away from 180, that gives you 37. And you may remember from second or first year that if that's 37, then so is that. Now, don't forget I've drawn an isosceles triangle because these two are the same length. So if that's 37, then the two base angles are the same, so that's 37 as well. Now, with this being 90 degrees, that makes that 50 degrees. That makes that 53 degrees as well. That's 53, I should say. So that angle there is 180. Take away the two 53s, gives you 74 degrees. So ABC is 74 degrees. Let's have a go at question 6 now. Okay, Jack called his internet provider on 6 occasions to report connection problems. On each occasion, he noted the length of time he had to wait before speaking to an advisor. The time in minutes were as follows, and we get the mean and standard deviation of these times. Okay, so to get the mean, of course, new word for average, I suppose you add them all up, and then you divide by 6. So the mean is 13. Now we're going to use this formula here from the formula sheet to get the standard deviation. So the first thing we need to get is the sum of each number, take away the mean, squared. Okay, now with the mean being 13, I've written down all the numbers there, and let's work out this column here. 13 take 13 is nothing, square it, you get nothing. 16 take 13 is 3, square it, you get 9. 10 take 13 minus 3, square that, you get positive 9. 22 take 13 is 9, square it, you get 81. 5 take 13 is minus 8, square it, you get 64. And 12 take 13 is minus 1, square that, you get 1. So add them all up, you get 164. So that up there is 164 over n has many numbers there are. So there's 6 numbers, so n take 1 is 5. 164 divided by 5 is 32.8. Take the square root of that and you get 5.7. And for 6 part B, you're asked to make a comparison between Jack's times and Sophie's times. Sophie's mean waiting time was 15 minutes and the standard deviation was 4.3. So because Sophie's time was 50 minutes compared to Jack's 13, she had to wait on average a little bit longer than Jack. However, as her standard deviation was 4.3, which is less than Jack's 5.7, her waiting times were generally more consistent than Jack's. Okay, and that means that her times are generally closer to her mean of 15 minutes than Jack's were to his mean of 13 minutes. That's what that means. Let's have a look at number 7 now, where you have to get the volume of a carton. You have 2 cones, you have a large cone, then you have a small cone taken out. So the volume of the carton is the volume of the large cone, take away the volume of the smaller one there. Don't forget, look at your formula sheet for the volume of a cone, which is 1/3 pi r squared h. So a large cone is 1/3 times pi times, don't forget we're using radius, not diameter, 16 squared times 24. So let's just get the calculators on and we'll just check what that one is here. So 1/3, I tend to have my fractions going that way, I prefer it that way, times pi is away down here in my calculator, times 16 squared times 24. Okay, 6433.9817. I've written 6433.982. I've just rounded that off to 3 decimal places. There's a similar calculation for that, and you get 1145.111. Do your subtraction, and you get 5288.871. Don't forget they want it to 2 significant figures. So let's round that off to 2 significant figures. There's your first, there's your second. That 8 makes that a 3, so it's 53, and all the other numbers turn to 0. So it's 5300, and that's to 2 significant figures. In question 8, you're given a set of step ladders and this kind of stuff. You're getting a picture there, but of course we're far more interested in the diagram and what the question is, and it's all about getting the size of x. This is quite an obvious sine rule, so 150 over sine x is 140 over sine 66. Let's cross multiply to get rid of the fractions. 140 times sine x equals 150 times sine 66. Now, so therefore sine x is 150 times sine 66 over 140. Okay, so let's just, so you can see how that one works. 150 times sine 66, close my bracket, press equals, divided by 140, and you get 0.9787, which I've rounded off to 0.979. Make that at least 3 decimal places, folks, okay? Now we're going to do a shift sign of 0.979. Shift sign, there it is there, 0.979, close it, and we get 78.237. You can see it there, 78.2 will do us fine.